And today we're going to talk about what's required to get an SBA pre-approval or pre-funding term sheet. We're going to talk specifically on properties like self-storage and hotels or assisted living facilities. First item, you're going to have to complete a Form 413, which is a personal financial statement. The other important piece to get in order is a sources and uses. From there, we can size up the deal. If you've got an OM, an offering memorandum, or some kind of deck that you put together on the property itself. So that's kind of like the three core pieces we need to know: total project cost, sources and uses, personal financial statement.
Welcome to the Investor Financing Podcast, where we interview real estate investors and lenders so you can learn all the secrets to getting your projects funded and scale your portfolio. And now, your host, Bo Eckstein.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Investor Financing Podcast. And I'm your host, Bo Eckstein. And today we're going to talk about what's required to get an SBA pre-approval or pre-funding term sheet. See if you qualify or if the property qualifies for an owner-user type construction loan. We're going to talk specifically on properties like self-storage and hotels or assisted living facilities. Those are kind of the three big loan requests I've been getting lately, and I want to kind of dive deep into what's the initial pre-approval process to get through. So we're going to just jump right into it. So first item, you're going to have to complete a Form 413, which is a personal financial statement. Anybody that's purchasing the property who's got a ownership interest of 20% or more needs to complete Form 413. I will put a link down below for you on a package of the documents needed. But initially, you got to get your Form 413 completed. The other important piece to get in order is a sources and uses. So that's basically what the purchase price is. If it's a construction project, your construction budget, all the allocations, if there's any working capital, just a simple little outline of where the money's going to, what it's being allocated for, basically a sources and use. From there, we can size up the deal. If you've got an OM, an offering memorandum, or some kind of deck that you put together on the property itself. We also need you to put together a little bio and resume on your experience in this field, if it's self-storage. Give a little experience about your background. Do you have any experience operating these type of businesses? That's very useful. So that's kind of like the three core pieces we need to know: total project cost, sources and uses, personal financial statement, who are the sponsors involved. And from there, we can size it up.
You're listening to the Investor Financing Podcast. We'll be right back after this break.
Hi, this is Vinny Chopra. I wanted to give this recommendation for my friend Bo Eckstein. I live in Danville in the Black Hawk area, and Bo has been a tremendous friend to me, not only as a friendship, but also as a loan broker. As a matter of fact, I had a chance last year to get opportunity to get a refinancing done on a loan. And he was able to get $8.5 million loan that closed in 15 days. 15 days. I know I've heard many other stories from my friends where Bo has helped them quite a bit to get the hard money loans and flipping and the construction loans and things like that. So that's tremendous. And I really believe, he's very straightforward. He gives the best terms that are possible, and then also walks you through the whole process. And those things are really, really important to anybody like me who does not know how to get, all the applications and things like that. So thanks, Bo. I really appreciate you, buddy.
And the SBA 504 basically has two pieces. You have your senior debt, and then you have the SBA piece. So the senior debt is 50% of the total capital stack, essentially. And then the SBA piece is 40%. Now that's for an existing business, not so much a startup business. So a startup business might require a little bit more down payment, such as coming in with 20% as opposed to 10%. So these are the best owner user type financing for construction and acquisition of a stabilized property, as long as the intention is to utilize the property. If you're occupying 51% or more of the property, there is a great chance that SBA might be a good fit for you. So I highly encourage you to explore this option, because you're not going to find better leverage on most products. Obviously, if you're looking at assisted living, you could also look into a HUD acquisition loan, and they also have a construction product. Those two products right there for assisted living are really key. And I think self-storage, really SBA is the number one choice if you can go that route, if you're going to be running the business. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Calendar link below. We're going to do a lot of topics on SBA financing, both the 7A and the 504. You can actually use them together almost, because the 7A could come into the equation to finance the equipment and things like that. That's not secured against real estate, where 504 is really real estate based. You can also get some working capital with the 504 and add in some of the other costs, but sometimes you can do a 7A with a 504. So there's lots of ways to structure deals. Each bank partner we work with has a different appetite of what they like to lend on, the asset type, the product type specifically. So what we do is we navigate the water. We know, based on the loan submission or request, where the best place to place the deal is. Some banks are variable on their rate. Some are fixed. So knowing that, going into that, and right now with the low rate environment, if we can work towards a fixed rate product for a 504, usually the best option. Now the SBA piece, the second piece, which is usually about 40% of the loan request in the capital stack, that is a fixed rate. Okay. And that's, if it's real estate related, it's amortized over 25 years. And right now the rates are in the twos and upper twos. So really good capital stack, really good financing, high leverage. If you're trying to build something like self-storage, hospitality, different manufacturing businesses where you're the owner operator, SBA is the place to go. And I believe so going forward. To stimulate the economy even more, you're going to see a big push on SBA offering different kind of incentives to really, really keep the economy booming or moving forward, as opposed to slowing down because of COVID and all these things that's going on. So I think you should really look at SBA. As long as you're occupying 51% of the building, you could be going from renting or leasing to owning, and we could do an analysis for you to show you the benefit of owning the real estate. Could be a dentist or a doctor that wants to buy a building, and you can really look with the cost of capital being so inexpensive right now. It may make sense for you to do an owner user, either acquisition of a stabilized building or build something from the ground up. So lots of options, and we're going to be interviewing some more SBA experts on my show, and I hope you enjoy this podcast. Please share, like, and if you noticed, I've upgraded. Thank you, Eric. One of my good friends said I need to upgrade, and I've had this Yeti mic for a long time, but going forward, we're going to be using this. It's better quality, and it looks more professional too. So anyways, thanks for all your support. Hope you're enjoying the episodes, and we'll see you on the next show.
Thanks for listening to the Investor Financing Podcast. For show notes and useful resources, please visit investorfinancingpodcast.com. For questions or comments, email info@investorfinancingpodcast.com. If you enjoy our show, please share it with your network. Until next time.